direct and indirect speech. We report the speech in two ways, that is in direct speech and in indirect speech. When we enclose the exact word of the speakers within inverted commas, it is known as the direct speech, whereas when we express the essence of the speech in our own word, it is known as the indirect speech. For example, Ed says, and now the direct speech will be enclosed in inverted commas, I was writing letters. And the answer for this, Ed says that he was writing letters. So here the definition is clear with the example. First is direct speech and the second is indirect speech. Here the sentence is enclosed in inverted commas because we are speaking the exact word of the speakers, so it is known as direct speech. And when the essence of the speech in our own word is expressed, that is known as indirect speech. Now, next is rules of changing direct into indirect. Rules of changing direct into indirect are, when we change direct into indirect speech, we observe the following changes. The first is that is the inverted commas of the direct speech are removed. That's what has been removed when you have converted it into an indirect speech. The comma separating the reported verb from the reported speech is omitted. Again, in the indirect speech, we are not having the comma as well. The third is that instead of comma, conjunction that is used to introduce the reported speech. Apart from the above changes, there are changes in tense as well. There are changes in personal pronoun and there are changes in word denoting the nearest of the time. If the reporting verb is in present tense, then the tense in the reported speech remains unchanged. For example, Zoya says. Now Zoya says is the reporting verb, and when we enclose it into and then the direct speech is enclosed in inverted comma. For example, I write mother is not at home. Now the reporting verb is in simple present, is in present tense. So if the reporting verb is in present tense, the word which is enclosed in inverted comma will not be changed. So now let's frame an indirect speech without changing the tense. Zoya says that as it is, mother is not at home. Similar is the case with the second one, that is if it is in future tense, if the reporting verb is in future tense, then what we do is again the same thing as with the present tense, that is the reported speech remains unchanged. Again the second example, for example, the journalist will say what? That the newspaper will sell like hot cakes. Now the reporting verb here is in the future tense. The reporting verb is in future tense, so the answer will be the journalist will say that, and the reported speech will be enclosed in the same manner without changing the tense. The newspaper will sell like hot cakes. So the 2 points which I've discussed is if the reporting verb is in past tense and the verb of the reported speech changes in the following way. What happens is that first is the simple present, present becomes simple past. The simple present becomes simple past. For example, if I say Hari said is in the past tense. Hari said Sharon speaks the truth. Sharon speaks the truth is in simple present. Only the reason is that if the reporting verb is in past, we change the sentence as well. We change the sentence accordingly. Hari said Sharon speaks the truth. Hari said is in past, so that's for sure that we're going to change it. We're going to change it into an indirect speech. Now looking to the sentence, what Hari said is Sharon speaks the truth. Sharon speaks the truth is simple present. Now when we change it into indirect speech, the simple present will turn into simple past. The answer is Hari said that Sharon spoke the truth. Now if the sentence is in present continuous tense, then it will get into past continuous tense. For example, Shravan said is the reporting verb is in past. So that's for sure that we are going to convert the sentence into a, how we are going to convert it? The sentence which the Shravan has said is in past is in present continuous. So now we'll change it into a past continuous. And the sentence which Shravan said is Miss Rose's watering plant is watering is present continuous. And now changing into indirect speech, we'll say Shravan said that Miss Rose was watering plant. Next comes that if it is in present perfect tense, then it will be changed into past perfect tense. For example, Adarsh said Aditi has paid the telephone bill. Adarsh said the reporting verb is in past. Aditi has paid the telephone bill. She has paid the telephone bill. So has paid is present perfect. Now changing it into past perfect, because it's a rule that present perfect will be changed into past perfect. So the answer would be Adarsh said that Aditi has paid. Will change it into had paid. Adarsh said that Aditi had paid the telephone bill. And second is if the sentence is in present perfect continuous, then it will get changed into past perfect continuous. For example, he said, I have been reading for 2 hours. I have been reading is present, have been is present perfect continuous. So changing it into past perfect, he said that he had been reading for 2 hours. Now, but there are certain situations where past tense is never under the reported speech, though the reporting verb is in past tense. For example, when the reported speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact. For example, Janet said a magnet attracts iron. In the sentence which I have said, the reported speech is a universal truth. So the answer will be the same, that is Namrata said that a magnet attracts iron, because it is a universal truth, and if a speech is expressed into a universal truth or a habitual fact, it doesn't get changed. Second thing is that when the reported speech describes a situation which still exists even after the speech is reported, then also it doesn't get changed. For example, the air hostess said all flights are late due to heavy fog. And the weather remains unchanged at the time of reporting as well. So the answer will be the air hostess said that all flights are late due to heavy fog. Now, if the reporting verb is in past tense again, and the sentence is in past, then how it get changed? First, if a sentence framed is in past simple, it will get changed into past perfect. It will get changed into past perfect. For example, he said police patrolled at night. Police patrolled at night. Now, police patrolled at night is in simple past, and now when we convert it into an indirect speech, it will get converted into past perfect. The answer is he said that the police had patrolled at night. Had petrol is a past perfect. Next is if a sentence is in past continuous tense, then it gets changed into past perfect continuous. For example, the teacher said he was addressing a press conference. He was addressing is past continuous. The answer will get changed into past perfect continuous. The teacher said that he had been addressing a press conference. Now, next is that if a sentence is in past perfect or if it is in past perfect continuous, then it does not undergo any change. For example, Deepika said the school had been planning to introduce religious education. Had been planning is past perfect continuous. It will not go any change. The answer will be the same. That is, Pinky said that the school had been planning to introduce religious education. But when the reported speech contains two clauses in the past tense, the tense of the reported speech does not change. For example, Rajan said Harpreet was busy, so he did not attend the marriage. So was and what did I use again is did not. The answer is Rajan said that Harpreet was busy, so he did not attend the marriage. If the reporting verb is in past, now how the reported speech in future tense changes. The reporting verb is in past, but the reported speech is in future. Then how it go under change? If it is in simple, if the reported speech is in simple future, then for example, the will get changed into would and shall will get changed into should. For example, Shikhar said he will not come. The answer is Shikhar said that he would not come. If it is in future continuous tense, then he said Meghna will be reading a book. So he said Meghna would be reading a book. Similar is the case with future perfect continuous as well. He said Naidu will have been working hard, and the answer for this again will be changed into would. That is, he said that Naidu would have been working hard. Similarly, if we use shall, it will get converted into changes in model. The model changes when you use can, may, and must. Can changes to could, may changes to might, must changes to had to. In a sentence, it takes changes accordingly. Now, if in a sentence you have been given with the word might, should, and ought to, it doesn't go any change.